So I just got back to back from work. I had a delicious sub that someone had left there overnight. DoorDash, they never came to pick it up, so I ate it. You gotta waste it out first, and I had some more stuff on it, and I brought it home, as you can see the bag right there, and I ate it. And as I'm eating, I'm looking, and I'm like, oh man, um, my friends, you have met a terrible, terrible demise. But you know, I don't feel too bad about it. So Polygon sold to GameRant owner Valnet, followed by immediate mass layoffs of Polygon staffers. Oh no. Oh me. Oh my. Polygon, the gaming site that was once a flagship brand of Vox Media's digital publishing empire, has been sold to Valnet, the Canadian media conglomerate behind GameRant, ScreenRant, The Gamer, and a slew of other SEO-focused websites. And Polygon used to, back in the day, Polygon, IGN, stuff like that. They were like the go-to websites. But then modern day hit, and then you get pieces like how this game made me realize my sexuality, and here are the top this many hot male characters, and this. So immediately following the sale, most of the staff quickly found themselves Polygon. Yeah, that's a joke. When a wave of layoffs swept through the editorial staff, including former editor-in-chief Chris Plant. In a press release, Valnet celebrated the acquisition as perfectly aligned with its gaming portfolio, boasting that Polygon would join the ranks of other outlets like DualShockers, Extra Life, and OpenCritic. The company described its approach as one of proven operational excellence. But for a long time, Polygon staff, the transition appears to have brought more downsizing than opportunity. Oh no. Maybe because they aren't really... Yeah, Kotaku, same thing. Kotaku used to be huge back in the day. If you wanted legitimate gaming news or media news, they were the go-to. Now it's just like, oh my god, people are attacking this game and they're just nothing but mega far-right supporters and phobes and isms. This game needs more diversity, equity, inclusion. That's all Kotaku is nowadays. But we have a Nicole Carpenter over on Blue Sky, because of course it's Blue Sky. We'll say more later, but I no longer have a job. I'm looking for a job, as are so many of us, so many of my amazing colleagues. A lot of us, I have lots of ideas and things I'd like to write. I'm really in shock. Posts on social media, internal memos confirmed that not all employees were retained. Chris Plant, one of the site's most recognizable figures, posted, "I'm no longer with Polygon. If you're hiring, please consider the many talented writers and editors now on the market. Every one of them deserves a spot in your staff." I won't be talking more about the sale because I wasn't involved. Vox Media CEO Jim Bankoff, nice last name there, buddy, framed the sale as a strategic decision driven by a challenging economic environment. The transition will enable us to focus on our energies and investment resources in other priority areas of growth across our portfolio. The internal note to Vox staff reportedly cited industry-wide disruption and financial headwinds as key motivators for the sale. Valnet's track record, however, raises concern about the future direction of Polygon now that it's been sold off. The company has been described as running a high-output, low-cost operation. The recent report in The Wrap quoted a former contributor describing conditions at Valnet managed outlets as almost sweatshop levels, citing unrealistic expectations and minimal editorial oversight. With more than 27 brands under its control, Valnet is rapidly consolidating digital media space. by acquiring name recognition properties and transforming them into click-focused engines. Critics argue that the strategy sacrifices quality. This is stuff they don't have anyway. Kotaku, Polygon, IGN, none of them have internal, journalistic integrity anymore. So nothing lost here. Journalistic integrity in favor of volume and algorithm appeal. You might as well just stick with volume and algorithm appeal because none of these places have journalistic integrity anymore. So just keep doing what you're doing. Others suggest Polygon, which has already alienated some of its audience with progressive ideological editorial choices, is unlikely to regain its former prestige under Valnet stewardship. A steward. The sale comes down on the heels of Valnet's acquisition of Extra Life earlier this year, signaling a broader push to dominate the gaming media landscape. The company now controls a large swath of review aggregators, guide hubs, and entertainment news outlets, raising questions about editorial independence and homogenization across the industry. For fans and critics alike, the end of Polygon's era under Vox marks a shift not just in ownership, but in identity. I doubt that. I guarantee it's going to stay the same. Whatever vision Valnet has for the site, it's clear that the first step involved sweeping out much of the team that built it. Yeah, it's clear the first step involved sweeping out much of the... Yeah. How do you feel? Good. I mean, Polygon, Kotaku, IGN, all these other, Vox, which isn't really gaming related for the most part, but stuff like that. What was the other one? There's another one. Another kind of like gossip culture. Was it Vox? No, I think it was Vox. I think it was Vox. But, these gaming ones, they used to be pinnacles of, journalistic gaming integrity. It not anymore. Not anymore. Instead, they'll go after fans. They'll go after anyone who dares scrutinize or criticize the upcoming title, talking about how bland and boring it is, and they'll just call you a bunch of phobes and isms. So journalistic integrity is gone. It's dead. It's been dead, buried, and then someone decided to unbury, dig it up, just do a few times, and then rebury it. It's not even buried all the way. There's like arms still hanging out, but you can tell it's dead. You're like, you go over there and you're just like, hey, you're dead. It's kind of like that. And there's nothing that's going to revive it. You can have all the voodoo practices and shamans and this and that you want. Necromancer, it's not going to revive it. It's not going to revive it. Polygon, Kotaku, things like that, they're dead. They're dead. No one trusts them anymore. Just like mainstream media, no one trusts them anymore. But I mean, they chose their own path. When you become extremely biased, and you start going after fans because they criticize the game, you're going to turn off a lot of people. You're going to turn off a lot of people. So, but, oh no. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.